Drugs and the rave scene to the future of the planet.
One family. We live as 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 one family.
Basically, I'm going to be making a video, I hope. They haven't decided whether they want me to do it yet. But I tell you something, they're actually lucky because I'm actually a brilliant person. Making a video about my life, because to a lot of people my life would be quite interesting. I mean, it's interesting to me as well, it's fun, but to me it's like everyday life, and to a lot of people it would be like summer holidays all year round. There was one stage in my life where I wished that we had a house and that I was a normal child and I went to school, because I felt like the odd one out because I was a hippie and a traveller. And you go through that stage in life where you just want to be normal and you want to be like everybody else. But as I'm getting older, I'm realising, no, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to live in a house. I don't want to go to school. Do you know what I mean? I want to be myself and I want to live outside. Turn towards the camera. The one Mum's on is Magic, and that one there is Magic's foal, and she's only 5 months old.
Hiya. 5 months old, this one.
I know, I've already said it.
Yeah.
My mum's called Jean and my sister's called Kira. And then she's got a teepee and a truck. And my sister's got a horse and I've got a trailer. Let's go and have a look inside. God, it's so hard walking trying to hold the camera. I do love my trailer, but I'm selling it in November because it's such a responsibility having to look after it. If I want to go somewhere, it means I've got to try and give it, my mum's got to look after it, and it's just not fair on my mum having to look after my home, is it, really? So, whoops. It is quite sweet, but it's quite old as well. It's not going to last very long, so it's best if I sell it. Oh, I don't want to sell it. Hello. I was born in the Southend-on-Sea, I think, and in a hospital, and I was a month early, so I went into an incubator, and then my mum didn't have anywhere to live or any money, so she put me up for adoption, I was in an incubator and my gran came to visit my mum in hospital, and she saw me and she said, she said to my mum, if you decide to keep her, I'll support you, and if you decide to not keep her, I'll support you. And my new parents were waiting in the waiting room of the hospital, waiting for me, and the nurse that was dealing with it all just took me in to see my mum before I went, and my mum decided to keep me.
I brought her up in a teepee in the Welsh mountains years ago. She doesn't like living in teepees very much. She likes it in the summer when it's nice and fine. She's wise, she's wise. It's a bit of a crazy way to live when there's an alternative. But at the same time, once you've experienced living out and living away from concrete and all the hustle and bustle and electricity, living without electricity, I find it very hard to go back to that. I find it very hard now to live in houses and to be too long in that environment.
So Roger, did you do this for every camp?
It's for every camp, oh yeah.
You dig the toilets for every camp?
Well, it's one of the jobs I do, yeah, I do a bit of it. Don't dig all of them for every camp.
Oh right.
Yep. I usually do a bit of digging for them. Like setting up stuff like this for people to come to.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole feeling of like
Feels
making
like a
people
very
happy.
worthwhile thing to do.
It is.
And I suppose that's why I like the site crew stuff really, so that they can just come straight into it and
Yeah.
get involved in what's happening over the week.
We're old age travellers, not new age travellers. We're trying to get back to a way where we live on the earth more gently.
So does your poo. Keeps the flies off.
Corn circles are created totally by the plasma vortex. We've heard a lot of sensational nonsense about corn circles recently, and I can assure you that the plasma vortex is the most excellent theory to cover this strange phenomenon. Now, a plasma vortex is actually a very benign act of flatulence perpetrated by an astral entity called Quilobalox 4.
life is an education to me. My whole life is one big school. I learn everything every day, I learn new things every day, and it's much more interesting. I'm a free person, you know. If I suddenly decided that there was something I wanted to go to on the other side of the country, I could more or less go to it.
I don't know about that thing.
I don't want to be like everybody else, I want to be me, and I've gone through a big breakthrough stage where I've realised that through not going to school, and not state school, let's say, not going to state school has made me grow. I've just been left like a tree. I've just been left to grow like a wild tree, branches go everywhere.
They used to have all these trees around churchyards to protect them. And people could hide up in the branches and throw things on marauders. It's true.
Yeah.
They're poisonous, you know.
Are they?
Trees.
I think people seem to forget sometimes how trees are so important to us. I mean, they keep us alive, they're so beautiful, and they're living as well, and it's just like, we just wipe our bums on them every day as if they don't, do you know what I mean? And they're like living things, and they're beautiful. And we just take it for granted, don't we, really? The amount of paper that we use, and they're such beautiful things, and soon I don't think we're going to have many left in the world.
All I've got to do now is get down. How's your friend? There you go, final punishment.
Yep.
I'll wipe as it is.
I said, did you look beautiful? Did I?
I've tried to help her the best I can. We don't live in the same world, so I can't really help her with rushing off here and doing this with electricity and that because I'm moving very slowly in the opposite direction.
Apparently only one person knows where it is.
What, in the whole place?
Not here. One person who organised it.
Staff will give us instructions not to let any ravers in.
Any ravers? So do I look like a raver? Do you? That's a Mayboy day, that is. If I take my passport, should you let me in?
David? Sorry, mate. Can I go to the toilet? No. Sorry, you must use the one down the garage.
So what's it, only people without brand names on their shirts, yeah? There's only people without brand names on their shirts, is it? Without Fila written on the shirts.
I've got no brand names.
Yeah, I mean, he's a raver.
How do you distinguish the raver then?
I reckon you're a raver.
Yeah, only when I'm off duty.
Exactly, come on, you're just jealous because you got to work tonight. Yeah, what's the actual reason then?
you turn up in such sheer numbers that flights are stopped basically and they're taking regular customers away. Such as coaches which they win any minute.
Well, we're still public.
Yeah, no you are.
But they're still willing to spend money,
Yeah,
I think.
and we take instructions off them.
How many is the same as everyone else?
I take instructions off her. If she doesn't want people let in, I gotta stop her doing it.
Rich, try and get in anyway. Slack him down.
I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Do you want some tea? Pass me your cup, please.
Do
you want some tea?
Yeah.
See, red light off.
Travelling, I love travelling. I love moving. I couldn't handle being in one place for too long. I love moving around the country and having a good time. And there's always that feeling of you're on the move, where am I going next? It's exciting, you know. I couldn't handle being stuck in one place doing the same thing over and over again every day, knowing that I'm going to be doing that for the next 15 years or whatever. I have to have that feeling inside me that I'm going to get somewhere, that I'm going somewhere, not that I'm just going to be here for ages, you know. If I was sitting here now thinking, God, I'm going to have to be here now for the next 3 years, I think I'd burst into tears. But the exciting thing about it is as well, if you're moving around the country and you go from place to place to place, you see people, say, you know, 3 times a year or whatever, then it's fun. When you see them, they're pleased to see you and you're pleased to see them. Whereas if you were with them all the time, that friendship would just die, you know. I love going to Glastonbury, seeing all my mates again, but it's much more fun me going there now and again, seeing them now and again, and really having a good time while I'm there. If I lived there, it's driving me bloody balmy.
By not insisting that she goes to school, and by not insisting that she has to live my way, and by not, you know, tying her up and saying, you know, you are my daughter, this is the way you must be. She's always been her own person.
Come on, Rex, what do you think that is? That's I know what it is. Egg, isn't it? No, it isn't. It's just the. I think it's the seed of the. What do you do that?
It's quite hard. So it's something's egg, isn't it? A lot of little eggs in there, looks like.
I wouldn't touch it.
Stuck on the leaf.
Careful. It might be cancerous.
There's a massive one!
Throwing stones.
The way the planet is going upsets me, because the planet, the Mother Earth, let's call it Mother Earth, right, is us. We are part of Mother Earth. We're living here. We don't pay rent. Do we pay rent to live on Mother Earth? No. We don't pay rent. We build houses, you know. We're destroying our source of energy, of our life. Human beings are sitting on a branch and they're sawing it off. We're destroying the earth to get money. What for? What's money? Money isn't going to be of use to us when we're all dead, is it?
It's disgusting, right? We have just come for a nice walk on the beach and look what we find. We find old chip packets on the sea. Now, don't you think that's their fault? Whoever dropped that, they must have a totally guilty conscience. Well, obviously they haven't, you know, otherwise they wouldn't drop it. There's a bin over there. But all a beautiful planet, and all we're doing is destroying it. We're destroying ourselves. We don't realise how lucky we are to have the privilege of living on this beautiful planet. And look at it.
I love her sense of rightness and justice, and the fact that she uses her strong energy to help other people.
One day we're going to need the sea so much, and we're not going to be able to have it because we've dumped all our shit in it. We're creating more and more stuff, and we've got nowhere to put it because we're only on a small world, and we think that we're something, you know, we're overruling everything. We suddenly think we've got the power to do this and the power to do that, but if we're creating things, then we should get rid of them. We can't just dump them in the sea and forget about them. Because they're not visible, it looks like it's all taken care of, but it isn't. It's all in the sea. It's really cold. Really, really cold. So cold. And I've got a stomachache, and I don't feel very well, and I haven't been very well. So I haven't done much videoing because I've had a cold and a cough. And I've had a cough because I'm giving up smoking, which means that all the shit that's in my lungs is going to come out. Whew. So cold up here in Wales, absolutely freezing.
No, they're just normal cameras. There's video cameras. That's a close-up on it. Well, which one do you think they wait for them? This one?
Don't move the camera. Don't touch the camera. Right. So moving. Exactly. I know. Point, you bloody idiot. Why didn't you zoom in on it? Because I don't want to. Just leave me alone. Sorry. God. The first time I took ecstasy, I took it because I wanted to know what it was like. And the first time I took it, I was a bit freaked out because I get quite claustrophobic, and I was a bit freaked out. But you know, I wasn't freaked out to the extent where I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I was just a bit, you know, a bit sort of, fucking hell, what's going on then? Raves and ecstasy have become a bit of a trend, but all those little people out there that are being pulled into that trend, they've got to experience it to know what it's like. It's like the 60s and acid. But there's the other side of it. It's bad for your eyesight, it ruins your spine. When you come down, you feel so shit that you might as well have not taken it in the first place.
It's very hard to see which way things are going. All the prophecies about things might just, you know, stop, electricity and all that might just stop, and then our way of life is viable. But on the other hand, we might be a handful of diehards, but who knows? Who knows? It's growing. It's a growing movement of people, a rainbow tribe that's growing and spreading in the world. Just just ordinary folk, really, ordinary people going for life. Old age travellers coping with new age travellers as children, the children.
See, one thing about not going to school, which is really nice, is that you can work, like when you want to work, and you can drink tea and eat and do anything you want to whilst you're doing it, and you haven't got somebody peering over you. It's good fun. Work should be made good fun, and they should make kids want to do it rather than make them despise going to school. Kids should want to learn.
They're going to get another one?
Yeah. And it could be done. It could be made that kids would want to learn. But nobody wants to bother, you know what I mean? It's easier to just keep on doing it the same old system, but the system has got to change.
Here I am in London, in
Portobello Road.
Portobello Road, doing the market stall with Felicity. And it's quite good, but I can tell I'm going to be bored by midday. I like London because there's so much variety, do you know what I mean? We feel there's so many different kinds of people and different kinds of I don't know, attitudes, and it's like it's just fun.
Yeah, this is Ben. Hi Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Is this your store then?
This is my friend Roger's store. John's managing. He's guesting. Guest manager, yes. John. MC, you know.
Look, we've got lovely dresses here.
Really?
Strong, very strong material. And they're really nice. Nice for going out. Oh look, you just undo the button. It's good. But I wouldn't like to live here. I'd rather live out in my little truck in the middle of nowhere. Because it's too manic, I'd get sick of it.
I want liberty, so...
Go away!
Rachel, are you enjoying being filmed?
No.
Would you rather I went away? Sorry.
Oh look, it's not very nice having a camera pointed at me.
No, sorry. Do you want to talk?
What about?
I don't know.
I haven't got any microphones.
So it's hard to talk to you through this little picture, really. If I just hold it dead steady and talk to you, is that better? Where are you going next?
Glastonbury.
Yeah, and then where?
Maybe Tally and Brighton.
Yeah. So what's Tally and Brighton got that we haven't got then?
I don't know really. More people.
Yeah, more brothers and sisters, yeah?
Yes.
To play with. Right, that's what, yeah, well we're not very close to people here, we're quite away, aren't we?
Yes.
You can't walk and see them, can you?
No.
Yeah. It is nice to live with other people, isn't it, when we live out? Yeah. Yeah, I can understand you not wanting to be here all the time, really. But have you enjoyed the bit of it you've had?
Yes.
Good. It's nice to come home sometimes, isn't it?
Yes. Are they allowed to eat the bark off the tree? Are they allowed to eat the bark off the tree?
Is that just a camera? It's a still camera. Pictures of taking pictures.
Well, here I am back in Glastonbury, and it's been really nice being here. It's not as manic as I thought it was going to be, actually. I thought it was going to be really manic and I was going to be all over the place, but because the summer has finished now and it's winter, people are just being kind of homely and not worrying about going out and everything, so it's not as manic as I thought it was going to be, which is quite a relief really, and a bit boring in another way. And but it's quite weird because everyone's just gone. There was loads of people here and they've all just gone. I don't know where they've gone.
Oh God, what are we going to do? We've got loads of food at home and we're just going to spend more money on food that we don't need.
So Rachel, what do you think of big stores like this?
Big stores?
Yeah, rather large stores like this.
They're really annoying. You don't know where you are, you can't find anything, and then when you do find it, it's really expensive and it's all wrapped up in totally unnecessary things.
Great, okay. So what, generally, how do you feel at the moment? Are you having a good time?
Pretty mixed up. A bit fucked up really, but not fucked up, but just a bit mixed up in the head as to what I'm doing, where I'm going. Being this age is quite weird, not being considered an adult amongst society, but being treated like an adult with everyone who I'm with, and then suddenly thinking, God shit, you know, I can't even buy cigarettes, I can't even, you know, I'm only just at a legal age to look after kids, whereas I've been looking after kids since I was 6, you know what I mean? So it's quite strange really, and I've got a lot of work to do on that level because it's going to be quite good and I want this film to work. See, look, there's little Stevie. Back to Nirvana, let's go.
Here we are at the valley, and as you can see, it's a really beautiful place, and this is where I used to live. It feels quite strange coming back here really, because I was brought up here, and there's good parts of it and bad parts of it really, living at the valley. In some ways it's good because you're outside, you know, you're living with nature, everything's really beautiful. And in some ways it's horrible because when it rains everything goes wet and it's just grim, but I'll do piece the camera another time about it because it's quite hard doing it here. And as you can see, everyone does all their own work and gets everything together.
It's an old ancient way, you know, it's the way that the Indian tribes lived. Tribes all over the world, you know, this country even, we lived like that once. We did it all together, we shared everything and did it all together, and the children grew up with the example. And we could live like that again. If we were allowed to live like that again, we could develop into beautiful people, beautiful human beings.
Carmen, who I lived with before in Glastonbury for a little while, who's a really beautiful and lovely person, and she's really into working towards something really brilliant. We have parties and raves here and stuff, and it's quite happening. There's going to be workshops, lots of workshops, lots of like for pottery and that sort of stuff.
Like that means there's not enough light, but that happens anyway, really.
Quite a nice camera, isn't it? Yeah. I bet she reckons.
Willow, you're having your nappy recorded.
Oh, you should have seen the one we just
took off, man. It was
recorded.
We live together and we struggle together, which is much more fun. It's not half as stressful as if you're doing it on your own, because there's that feeling of tribal feeling, you know, tribal energy, and you never lose your sense of self.
It's over, yeah?
No, we're filming.
Right, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are today. We're going to be teaching Rachel a few juggling tricks. Rachel's just recently learned to juggle. And this is a trick. This is a trick that most people learn first off after learning this simple cascade pattern, which is just to throw the ball over the top. Very simple.
Right.
Up, over. Up, over. You watching?
Yes.
Up, over. Look, you're not the only person watching this, Rach. Right, okay. You see that?
Yeah.
See how we go. Here's the ball.
I can't even juggle.
I can't even juggle.
I
can't even scratch my head.
A lot of people would automatically think that somebody in my situation was thick, do you know what I mean, and didn't know what they were doing and was wasting their childhood away and wasting their chance for an education and all that. Which, I mean, some people are still going to think, even when they've watched the film probably, that's what I'm doing.
Sort of, you're throwing it to the side, but just throw it up over.
Sometimes I must admit I do feel a bit of a waster when I'm sitting around in the afternoon, you know, but I'm living with people that are working towards things, but just in a different way.
Ouch. Look, juggling with stones. Oops. Sort of juggling with stones. Willow! Oh my god.
I am like a child. I've just got a lot of other responsibilities that most people my age don't have. Other people might think I've had a deprived childhood and that I haven't seen enough of my mum and all that shit, but that's not true at all. I've had a natural childhood. I've been brought up by lots of different people, which is tribal energy, which is what should be going on, you know. Rather than single parent, you know, living in a council house with loads of kids, husband at work all day, coming home, going out to the pub, getting pissed, coming home, getting into bed, whatever. You know, there's no point in living like that, because you're not happy, and you're not bringing up your kids to be happy. And what is there for those sort of people? What is there? Money? Is that what they live for? To end up being really rich? going on? What is happening to this? What is happening to us, you know? What are we like, basically? What are we like? I can't work out what is happening. And I don't know, even if I could work out what really was happening and why it was all going like this, the planet and everything, and how we are destroying ourselves. Why are we doing it, you know? Do we really want to destroy ourselves? Do we?
Sun's come out today, that's nice. We've had 2 days rain, rain, rain. Everything gets wet and down. Spirits go down a bit. Sometimes I wonder if I've sold out in some way by choosing this safe way to be. I always felt with my children that I wanted them to go their own way. I didn't want to force them to be like me or follow my way. Perhaps I haven't done enough of that. Perhaps I could have done a bit more forcing. It might have helped.
It's in black and white window. How do I stop it?
Compared to most 14-year-olds, it's like I'm ready to go, do you know what I mean? I'm ready to just go, do things and all that, and I can't because I'm not old enough. It's like it's all holding me back, even though I'm quite a free person and it might look like I'm really free and I just go where I want and do what I want, which I do. Whatever I do, I've got to be really careful. I guess you could call me a sort of traveller, but not really. I'm a traveller, but I'm not a crusty traveller, and I'm not a posy raver. I'm just sort of a person that blats between both worlds, really, between two worlds.
This is the end of the video diary, thank God. Thank God, thank God. No, not really, not really, no. No, it's been fun. A bit heavy duty sometimes and you get a bit stressed out. But all in all it has been okay and sort of good fun. And that's it now, end of video diary.
Every posse and crew out there, the future is before your eyes.
If you'd like to meet